Bless the Lord, oh my soul, oh my soul, worship his holy name.
I'm Patty Laine, and I've been a member of Red Wine for about 12 years. It really doesn't feel that long, but I've been here for most of my girls' lives. I came to Red Wine in a season of my life when I was a young mom. I had 2 preschool girls and a traveling pilot husband. And I came here, and I think God brought me here because I needed red wine. But as time has passed on, I realized how much I hope that I've gotten a chance to contribute to what goes on here at Red Wine and hopefully be a member of this community as we lead people to Jesus Christ. So how do we create authentic community? So I first started thinking, what is authentic? I'm a words person. That's how my livelihood is. But words are important. They each have meaning. So authentic, what does it mean? It means real. It means genuine. It means true. Something that's not contrived. Something that's not fake. We can rely on it. It's just genuine. And then community would be probably an easy definition, a group of people with a common goal. So that's what we should be here at Red Wine. And how do we create that? I think it just all goes back to love. We need to be a place where people feel safe because there's genuine, true community of love. And it kind of sounds hard, but then we get down to it, it's really not that hard. We're going to love the people here inside the church. We're going to love the people outside of the church. And I think that that's Red Wine's strength, honestly. If you poll the people that are sitting in this room, I think a lot of you would say that the reason you're here, you're no longer visiting churches, but you belong to Red Wine, is because of the authentic community, the group of people here that just showed you love from the second you walked into the door. And so that's what we need to do. So we need to be our true selves, loving each other to make that authentic community. Paul calls out personal greetings at the beginning of Romans 16. He calls people by name. You hear him call for Phoebe and Aquila. He continues with others too. Paul demonstrates that he knows these people. He knows them personally. They're his people, and he loves them. He loves them enough to send them this letter, to show them their value, and that there's a community there. I think calling people by name makes them an integral part of that community. They can't be a bystander. They can't sit to the edge and watch because now they've been called out. I think it's wonderful that they had a leader that would do that. We sometimes have a leader that does that. He's called out Georgia for math problems right in the sanctuary. But that shows he knows Georgia. He knows that she's going to Georgia Tech. He knows that she can do math. He knows I can. So that's valuable. If he loves somebody enough that he calls the people out, Paul demonstrates that he's there doing life with them. He knows their struggles. He knows their value. He knows what they bring to this game. And because of that, love becomes the glue. Love holds that community together, and Paul demonstrates that by just calling them by name, just a simple fact. So now we need to talk about what is a steward. A steward is someone who manages the property or affairs of another. I found that out because I looked it up. I had a general idea of what steward means, but I'm a words person. I had to know what is the meaning of steward. So I kind of had an aha moment, right? Because in my world, that's a fiduciary. It's something I deal with every day. Some of you bankers, lawyers, you do too. A fiduciary has a duty to the person whose property or affairs they're managing to manage that stuff in the best interest of the person it belongs to. So that may be a little complicated if you don't deal with fiduciary every day, but really it's simple. It means that we, as stewards of God's stuff, his church, his world, his people, we need to do the best we can to take care of his property in his best interest. So while God can't be here to repair roofs, teach Sunday school class, sing in the choir, that's where we come in, to use our talents, our funds, because they're God's talents and God's funds, to take care of his world. It also means we need to love everyone. We love the people inside these walls, but we also love the people outside the walls. That way we remember that we can call names, just like Paul did, to show our love, whether it's the grocery store clerk that you see every day when you go to Publix, if it's the person who takes your appointment down at the doctor's office, or a secretary, anybody that you're running into, you can show them God's love by remembering their name. And we're stewards. We're supposed to love the world as God would. And the rest is going to fall into place. It's really as simple as that. So one memory of authentic community, that really wasn't possible when Brian asked me that. So I think the best way to do this is maybe a fast overview. So Whit Martin met me at the door my first day that I came here, showed me where the nursery was, and there was Janine. She assured me that my children were safe, they were happy, and they were beautiful that first Sunday, and then every week when we returned. Denise, she texts me almost every week to make sure that the food on Sunday night or Wednesday night is going to be nut-free, so that my girls with nut allergies can eat it, feel secure, be safe, all of those times. Then there's Ann and Pat Crow, Miss Becky, Miss Laine. They all sent me cards a couple years ago when I had surgery and I was home for a couple weeks. Made sure that my spirits were lifted and that I had a gift card so that I could order some pizza. Didn't have to leave the house. Charlotte, Frank, Miss Wilma, they insist on hugs. Handshakes won't do on Sunday mornings. I'm not really a hugger, just to be honest, but I hug them because they are my people, and I've learned that they are almost as close as my family. Who else? The Tuesday night ladies. They prayed for me when Kathy shared with them that I was kind of unglued, and because of that, I couldn't even make it to the Bible study. I got text, I got notes in the mail, I got emails, all of them just sharing their parts of the book that they had enjoyed and that meant something, to try to help me make it through the rough patch of being a working mom and running around like a crazy person. Bruce invited me to Sunday school in the very, very beginning, and I joined that Sunday school class where I've always been. But then on the other hand, they didn't meet a couple weeks ago. I have no idea why. But Debbie, Doc, Bernice, Connie, Marty, that whole group invited me to come and study Leviticus with them. I did not return, not sure about Leviticus. Little Julia shared her Sunday candy with me one week and told me that I was special. Like, I can't even name all the things that have happened that made me feel like community. And if you wanted to really expand it, the things people have done for my children, they belong here. This is their church. This is the only church they remember. And this is where they belong. And that, as a mom, means as much to me as if you did it for me. So, I am committed to turn this love back to all of you, because that's what we're supposed to do, is love each other. So get ready, because it's coming. And I challenge you to join me and to love everybody in this church and all of those outside this church as well. My name is Patty Laine, and I'm a steward.